morning everyone. My name is Vijayasundara and I'm back with your English lesson. So today we are going to start a brand new topic, okay? And we are going to start our next chapter. From which book? From book 4, term 2. We are going to study chapter 2, the king and the peasant. Today's chapter is about the joy of giving. Okay, the joy that we get when we help other people, when we help in some way, some small way, that they don't sleep hungry for just one night or even just one meal time, okay, or help them in some other way, and the joy that we get seeing the happiness on their faces. This is what this chapter is about. So let's begin our story and let us know a story which celebrates the joy of giving. Okay? Once upon a time, there was a very powerful and generous king who gave much of his money to the poor people of his lands. Each morning, the king would wake up early and share his gold, his money, with the poor people who had gathered at the gates of his palace, so that they might buy food and clothing.
One night, a peasant crept up to the palace and huddled up against the wall. Where he would not be seen, the peasant decided that he would camp by the gates of the palace so that he would be the first in line to receive some money from the king the following morning. If I am the first, thought the peasant, then perhaps the king will give me more money and I will no longer be poor or hungry. But when one of the royal guards noticed the peasant creeping around near the gates of the palace, he thought that the man must be a thief, come to steal the king's gold in the night. And so the guard captured the peasant and locked him away in the prison beneath the palace.
The next morning, after being told of the happenings of the previous night, the generous king decided to go and talk to the peasant who was locked in his prison.
The king went towards the dark and the damp cell and asked the peasant, "Why would you want to steal from me when all you had to do was ask for gold? Do you not know that I would have given it to you gladly?" "I'm not a thief. I'm just a peasant. I need help. I was once a good farmer and a good businessman until the droughts came and thieves stole my cattle. I did not come to steal from you. I came in the night so that I might be the first to receive some gold in the morning. That's all, I promise."
Upon hearing the peasant's story, the generous king felt bad for him. He ordered the guards to release the man from the prison, and then he gave the peasant money so that he could change his luck. The peasant thanked the generous king and left the palace with his money. But the next day, the peasant was not satisfied with the gift of money. Each night, he returned to the palace and waited by the gates. And each morning, the generous king would give the peasant more money. This went on for many nights and many days, until the king asked the peasant,
"Why do you continue to come to my palace when I have given you so much money? Surely you are no longer poor or hungry." "But I wish to be like you," said the peasant to the king. "I want to be rich and powerful." But will you also be generous to the poor of the land? Asked the king. Yes, indeed I would, your majesty.
Then I shall give you half of my kingdom and half of my riches. But you have to promise me that you will help the needy.
The peasant agreed, and so the king gave half of his wealth and half of his entire kingdom. The years passed quickly, and the peasant proved to be a wise and generous man. He used much of his gold to plant food and raise cattle. Very soon, he had doubled his riches and was able to share more and more wealth with the poor people of the land. The king watched from his palace and was very pleased with what he saw. The peasant knew that to give was the greatest pleasure there ever was in the world. By sharing what he owned with others, the generous king was able to make many people happy. The peasant had learned this lesson well, and he too shared his wealth and happiness with those around him. And very soon, because of the king and the wise peasant gave so generously, there was no more poverty or hunger in the whole of the land.
Now it's time to learn the word meanings. The first word is generous. Generous means giving freely. The second word is peasant. Peasant is a farmer. The third word is crept. It means moved quietly. The fourth word is following, which means the next, the upcoming. Fifth word is release, which means set free. So that was your word meanings. Write it down in your notebooks. And now is the time for homework. You have to make sentences out of the given words. The first word is generous. The second is prison. The third is peasant. Fourth is captured. And the fifth and the last is release. So kids, that was your homework. I hope that you enjoyed this story as much as I did.
So, did you learn the joy of giving? I hope so. So, let me introduce to you my supporting artists, Srishti and Shreya. Thank you for helping me. So, like and subscribe this video for further notifications. Also, please keep checking the school website for further updates and PDFs.
Don't forget to mention your name, class and section in the comment boxes while asking a question or for attendance. Take care of yourself. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.